everyone. Happy Sunday morning or Sunday evening, depending on where you are. Let me know what you guys are up to today. Today, I am just planning on chilling out a little bit. I might be a little low energy, at least for a little bit. I have a little bit of a headache from, I think yesterday I just dehydrated myself. Um, and so I'm recovering today. I need to make sure that I get some water, but which I do. I have my water next to me. I have 3 books planned today because I haven't gotten to read all weekend long. So I'm looking forward to just kind of a chill, relaxed Sunday morning reading with you guys. So I have The Deep Sky, which I'm currently reading, and I'm almost done. So I think that will probably be my first order of business. It will be to finish that. And then I have 2 other books that I'm reading for actually a continuation of Relax and Readathon from last weekend. I haven't finished Master of Sorrows or The Angel of the Crows yet. So those will be on my docket as well. They won't get finished today, but that's my plan for this morning is to just kind of chill out. Let's see who's here. We have Tennille. Hello, Tennille. Good morning. And Beatrice is here. Currently waiting to see if my friends are playing. If not, I'll be doing more of my D&D journal and read Avalon Tower. Interesting. What do you do in your D&D journal? Are you just like plotting your like your quest, not quest. That's not the right campaign. Or are you keeping track of like character stats? I'm just curious. Just finished today's section of Tropic of Serpents, and I need to update in Voxer. How are you liking Tropic of Serpents? That was my favorite of the series, I think. It was between that one and the 4th book. So I hope you like it. Yeah, I think that honestly, I did too much activity yesterday. My husband and I went bike shopping, and in the midst of bike shopping, you have to try out the box or the bikes to make sure you get the right one. And so I did a lot of bike riding yesterday, and I didn't have enough water for me, and so I know I just dehydrated myself, which is why my body is telling me about it today. So yeah, hopefully today we can just rest, rehydrate, you know, get back to a 100%. Hello, Lucina. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm here. It's the first one after the live show, so I'm excited to be here to just kind of be able to relax. I love the live show. The live shows are a lot of fun, but they're not very relaxing, at least for the first bit of the live show. I might read a bit of Breath of the Dragon if I have time in the first sprint. Breath of the Dragon, is that the one by oh, I'm not gonna remember her name. She's an indigenous author. I might be thinking of oh, no, I think I'm thinking of Shape of the Dragon. Shape of the Dragon? Shape of the Dragon's Breath? Never mind. I think I'm thinking of the wrong book. Well, Breath of the Dragon, I hope you're enjoying it. Hello, Kisa. How are you doing? How are you doing this Sunday morning? What will you be doing during sprints? Yeah, I will. It's not like a terrible headache. I can just tell that I I need a break. My D&D journal, and I am doing my character things. Okay, nice. Uh, ooh, my comments jumped. Just got her portrait printed today, and I need to do the rest. I love that. That's so fun. I'll be reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I didn't have time to read this week, and Leandra already finished it. Oh my goodness. Are you enjoying it, Lucina, or are you thinking that it's similar to other romances that you've read? I'm curious. Is this one going to break the mold and actually entice you? Going to play now. We'll have fun, Beatrice. No worries if you can't join, but I'd love to have you if you have time. Hello, Jamie. Happy Sunday. Think Tropic of Serpents and A Natural History of Dragons are par for me, but for different reasons. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know why. It's been a minute since I've read Tropic of Serpents. Um, I think I really liked the setting. in Tropic of Serpents. And so I think that was probably one of my favorite. My least favorite is the one after this, which is like Voyage of the Basilisks, I think. And I think that one, the reason I didn't like it as much is because um it has a character in it that I'm not super wild about. But I mean, I don't hate him. She's just not my favorite. So interesting. I sent you a message. Yes, I saw your message. I haven't read it yet. I did see that I had a notification, but on sprint mornings, I literally get up and I kind of chill out for about an hour prior to sprints. And I get all the graphics ready. And then, like 10 minutes prior to sprints, I get on my computer. So I saw them like as I was getting on my computer to put in all my graphics on sprints. So I haven't had a chance to read them yet, but I will. I'll get to it. Breath of the Dragon is by Fonda Lee and Shannon Lee. Okay. So Fonda Lee is the author of Jade City, right? So is this a new book by Fonda Lee? I'll have to look it up, actually. I think I have Goodreads. Yeah, I do. I have Goodreads right here. Breath of Dragon. Hmm. Okay. It's a first novel in YA fantasy. Oh, and it is. It's a new release this year. Amazing. I hope you're enjoying it. Weird, YouTube is showing me an error message and isn't sending my messages. So sorry if they show up multiple. No, no worries. YouTube is strange. I'm not seeing them multiple times on StreamYard. So if they're showing up multiple times on YouTube, oh well. Hello, Mindy. Reading The Tyrant's Law by Daniel Abram and an arc for An Unbreakable World by Ren Hutchins. I love the title. A Tyrant's Law, is that in the same series as, is it Age of Ashes? Isn't that Daniel Abrams? Age of Ash, I think. Yeah. Although that doesn't look like it's a series. Oh, no, it is. Kithmar. Let's see. Okay, not the same series, but same author. I hope you're enjoying it. It's 4 p.m. here, so I'll do some puzzling for the first sprint. Ah, I love that. I need to get a puzzle board. I have no idea where I would keep it. I know that some of them are really handy, like as far as like packing them up and you can just slide them like underneath a bed. But I love puzzling and I don't do it enough anymore. But it's hard to have enough room and then not feel like I have to leave it out all the time. Because I could leave it on my dining room table, but then I don't have a dining room table. But I love puzzling. I hope you have fun. Not a romance reader, is the thing. It's cute so far, but I haven't gotten into the actual romance part yet, and the romantic interest is annoying me. Oh, no. I like Jamie. I think that's what his name was. I like Grumpy Sunshine, though. I'm not a romance reader either, but for whatever reason, that book worked for me. I do think I like sweeter romances versus, like, steamy romances. I feel like steamy romances sometimes give me the ick. So it just depends. It depends on the book because I have read some steamy romances that, I enjoyed. I really liked the Starlight Shadow series. So it just depends, but well, I hope I hope that it's at least okay for you. Wanna make a good dent in the book that wouldn't burn today. I'm loving it, but keep having other things to do. Ah, Natalie, if only I could read that book for the first time again. I love that book. The ending is just fantastic. I hope you continue to enjoy it. Good morning. Going to continue A Court of Thorns and Roses today, finally getting it off my TBR. Lovely. Is this your first time reading it? It's been a minute since I've read that series. All I've read is the prologue so far, and I haven't read Jade City. I don't think it would be for me. Yeah, I didn't like Jade City. I know that I'm in definitely at the minority as far as that book goes, but it's not a fantasy for me. It's too urban, and I like urban fantasies, but I don't know. And it's not even urban fantasy. That's probably not even the way I would describe it. There just wasn't enough fantasy. There was too many like family politics, kind of like mafia vibes as well. And I don't know. I just didn't want to read it. Well, I hope you continue to enjoy Breath of the Dragon. Okay, it's his earlier series. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read anything by him, but the Age of Ash series, I have been interested in. You'll have to let me know if you're enjoying it. Hello, Nadeem. Welcome. Shannon Lee is Bruce Lee's daughter. Oh, goodness. I didn't know that. That's amazing. That tracks because martial arts have already appeared. Oh, fun. I didn't know that at all. Huh. Currently reading Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I hope you're loving it. Definitely okay with a romance subplot, but only romances tend to just be fine or meh for me. Yeah, I definitely prefer it as a subplot. I I would prefer it be, and there have been some stories that I genuinely absolutely love that it is a subplot, but yeah, I get this. I don't read. I'm trying to think of the last just regular romance that I read. I guess it would be a novel love story, but even that has some fantastical elements in it. Um, yeah, I don't read them very often because they kind of lose my interest. I just get tired of only living in a relationship, and not living in a world with the people. So, yeah, I definitely prefer it to be a subplot. First time reading it. So far, I really like it. Awesome. I love that. I love when you can get into, I hope you haven't been, I don't know how much you've been spoiled for it either, and I'm not gonna say anything, about the series, but I love seeing when people can get into a series or a TV show or a movie or whatever that it has been so popular and well publicized, but then still read it for the first time or watch it for the first time just to see their reactions. And I think that stems from, when I was younger, never watched any of the Star Wars movies. And I still hadn't, like, I'm trying to think of when I watched them. I was in my late 20s and I just sat down and watched all of them. It was when they first started coming out with the new Star Wars movies. I don't remember when the first new one came out, but I sat down and watched all of them before I watched one of the newer ones, and it was just a fun experience to be able to kind of, and in that, like, I had been spoiled for certain things, but even with that, it's just interesting to be able to experience something that a whole bunch of people love. It can also be intimidating, so I'm glad that you're liking it. Well, friends, we are gonna do hour-long sprints today. Um, so I am probably just gonna sit here and play some cards and chill out for the first sprint, do a little bit of, uh, rest and relaxation, rehydration, and yeah, so that's my plan. Let me put up the timer. So I hope that you guys are productive today. Go get some stuff done, take care of yourselves, get a treat, and I'll see you guys in an hour. Hello, everyone. Let me know how your sprint went. What did you guys get up to? I did finish the Deep Sky, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because it will be in a vlog I put out next Saturday, I think. I'm doing a vlog. I did a vlog throughout the month of August where I read a whole bunch of sci-fi books that I've been wanting to read, hoping to get a 5 star. So uh, that will be featured in that video. So I'm excited that I got that done. I played some cards. If you saw me like shuffling and stuff, that's what I was doing on my desk. And then I did start reading Master of Sorrows again. I'm 47% of the way through. I only got like one chapter done after I finished The Deep Sky. So that is what I got up to. I think in this next sprint, I need to create a schedule. Leander and I are starting our read for the Devils for the podcast. And so I need to figure out how many pages we're going to read today. So that'll be exciting. But let me know what you guys got up to. I know we had some people join us. We had Sam join, and Yelena popped in as well. And then my uncle popped in to say hello. And then Kat joined us. Oh, and Jen. Jen joined us as well. So lots of people came in during that sprint. Worked on chores and ended up reading tomorrow's section of Tropic of Serpents and finishing the book. Oh my goodness. Willpower is not at its strongest today. It's hard when you get to that far into the book to just not keep reading, like keep the momentum up. What did you think? Was the ending worthwhile? Read a little bit, but I have a hard time focusing. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes we just need to do something else with our brains too. So if you feel like doing something else, go for it. I know sometimes it can be frustrating because you're like, I have free time, I want to read. But if your brain's not up to it, it's okay. It's okay to do something else. Good morning. I'm reading Accomplice to the Villain today. So this is that book 2 or book 3 in that series? There is a book 3 out, right? I don't know if it's published yet. I hope you're enjoying it. I think I'm going to work on some Goodreads reviews in the next sprint because I'm behind. Lovely. Love to see productivity happening. I feel like I'm always behind on reviews. I don't do very many, but it's not my favorite thing to do. That's actually why I stopped keeping. I used to keep a bullet journal of all of the reviews, but I stopped doing that because I would always get behind. But it would be nice to be able to go back and look at some of my past thoughts because sometimes I get to a book and I'm like, I don't remember why I liked that book, or I don't remember why I hated that book. So it'd be nice to have it in my own words on what I thought, but I commend you, Kat. Almost through chapter 11, enjoying it a bit more now. Lovely. Love to see that. From what I've heard, the Devils may be iffy. Yeah, I've heard this too. So before we chose the Devils for the podcast, I hadn't heard anything negative about it. And I really like Joe Abercrombie. And so I was like all in, like, yes, this is going to be amazing for the podcast. It's going to be a perfect for our October book because that's when the episodes will come out, will be in October. But then after we made the decision, I heard a couple of people say that it's not Abercrombie's best work. And it feels a little like maybe he was writing to bring in a larger audience, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. So we'll see. I hope I like it. Read 25 pages. Lovely. Read The Strain by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan. I'm about 40% in. This is a reread for me. I never finished the trilogy, so I decided to restart. It's been several years since I first read it. Well, I hope you're enjoying your reread. I have been there before, Jamie, where you're like, I really want to finish that series, but I don't really remember what happens. I'm going to have to reread the Sun Eater series by Christopher Riccio because I read the first 2 and started the 3rd, but I had waited like a year and a half to start the 3rd from reading the second one, and I just couldn't remember what was going on. So I understand. Lady Trent so far runs about 4-star for me. I'm interested in entertain, but there are sometimes teasers I want more detail on that don't get flashed out or fleshed out. Yeah, I get that. I thought that that series. So I had two 5 stars in that series. It was Tropic of Serpents and whatever the fourth book is. I can't remember the title of the fourth book, and the rest of them were 4 stars to me. I always had fun. There's definitely some parts of it that I the fifth book, like the way that the series ends is very interesting. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on that part. But yeah, I get this. Woke up from an intense dream and I have a little bit of a headache, hoping some tea and an easy Sunday start will clear it up. I hope so too, Jen. I'm struggling with a little bit of a headache myself, so I hope that you can relax a little bit and it will ease. Book 3, okay, it just came out. I can't say the writing is great, but I'm recovering from surgery and it's an easy read. Well, I'm glad that you can read and gives you a little bit of a comfort read maybe while you're recovering. I hope the recovery goes well. I stopped reading that series after book 1. It wasn't enough, I guess, fantasy for me. I think it's been a minute since I've read it, but I think I was just hoping for a little bit more, I guess, detail on the fantasy components, but it was an easy read. I will agree with that. Hit 50%, so making progress. Used to read so many big books, but now it's a struggle for me. It is hard, like when, especially if you get into the habit of reading, or not even the habit. Like if you've enjoyed shorter reads, it's very satisfying that they go by so quickly. And then when you pick up a big book, you do feel like you're not making any progress. As someone who loves chunky reads, I totally understand that. I specifically will plan shorter reads while I'm reading bigger reads because it helps. Even though I know, like, logically, you're making progress. You're probably making just as much progress as you were when you were reading the shorter books. It just feels like less progress because you're not finishing the books as quickly. So keep going. I hope it clears soon, Jen, so you can have a headache-free Sunday. Yes. I noticed yesterday how long the audiobook for The Devils is, and I think I'm gonna skip it. Hey, no worries. If it's not a book too that you're, like, completely interested in, yeah, absolutely skip it. And maybe, like, if you want to listen to, like, the first third of our discussion and see, like, is it a book that really intrigues you? And if it's not and you don't wanna give the chunky read a try, then no worries. I need to write 5 in order to catch up. I want to be caught up before leaving for your trip on Tuesday. Where are you going? I hope that you can get your 5 done. Maybe make a plan to do so since you need 5 done by Tuesday. I don't know if it's better for you just to sit down and get them all done at once, or if you could plan to do like 2 today and 2 tomorrow. And then I don't know when you're leaving Tuesday, but maybe one Tuesday morning or something. That way you're not doing all of them at the same time. Think I'm gonna do 3 today and 2 tomorrow. See? There's the plan. Well, good luck. I hope you can get them done. I do love longer books, but tend to put them off because they take prolonged focus. Yes. Never know how long that focus will last. And that's true too, like, because of the fact that you go through, ebbs and flows and things happen in life. If you get super busy, you might not have the amount of focus that you need for a longer read. So, yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about that, but I definitely there are some reads that I have avoided, and I put them on TBRs and they just don't get read. And that is the one of the reasons. It's just I don't have the bandwidth at that point in time to focus for a prolonged period of time. I still haven't finished. I feel really bad, but I haven't finished The Fury of the Gods, which is the last book in the Bloodsworn Saga. I was like, "What is this series called?" I started it in December of last year when Bucket Listathon and everything was going on, and I really wanted to finish it by the end of December, and it just didn't happen. And then I just haven't gone back to it. So I think I'm gonna have to reread the first part of the book. And I was enjoying it. I couldn't focus on it. Reading The Homemaker by Dorothy Canfield Fisher from 1924. In an unhappy family, a medical crisis forces the wife into the workplace and the husband to take on the childcare in the household. Oh, interesting. Both find that their new roles really play to their strengths and the happiness of the family. What an interesting read from 1924. Huh. That sounds fantastic, Jen. I hope you're liking it. Wasn't interested in it to begin with, but would have given it a go if it was shorter. I'm still gonna watch the podcast episodes. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you don't plan on ever reading it. Have fun just watching us talk about it. If we like it, we might have some good discussions. If we hate it, you know that we're gonna have some good rants. So come along with us. Yeah, headaches are no fun for sure. I hope it dissipates. Maybe you can finish it by the end of December this year. Then it's still finished by December. Good point, Neil. I like your thinking. This is perfect. What a perfect plan. Yeah, I have several series. That's the worst one because I literally got halfway through the book and just stopped reading it. I have Faithful and the Fallen series, actually also by John Gwynne. John Gwynne likes to write very chunky books, and I do like them. It's hard for me to get back into them after I've lost momentum. So like Ruin from John Gwynne is the third book in the Faithful and the Fallen series, and that's the next one I need to read for that. And I've put it on like 2 or 3 TBRs. It just I keep not picking it up. Yeah, thanks, Jen. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. It's kind of you just spread still. Yeah, I would it's so I don't think you were here when I had talked about it. I definitely dehydrated myself yesterday. And I wanted to get on and have kind of a cozy morning with you guys. You guys helped me focus on some reading because I actually haven't read anything this weekend. And so I figured I would get on and just hang out and chill and have like a relaxing morning. So you guys are helping me recuperate. So I appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, I think for the next sprint, I'm going to continue with Master of Sorrows. But yeah, I'll definitely do the schedule for the Devils just so I have that in mind. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to make a grocery list. I really don't want to go to the grocery store today. I just don't want to. I want to stay home. Uh, but I don't know. I If I don't do it today, I'm definitely gonna have to do it during the work week, and it always kinda sucks to go to the store after work. Um, so I'm debating. I'm debating on what I wanna do. Gifted Malice to an in real life friend for his birthday, but he already had it, so I was forced to take it back with me and add it to my own shelves. Such a cruel life. I think this is what I need to do more often, figure out what books do my friends have on their shelves and buy them as a gift just so I can add more to my shelf. How fun. Do you have curbside pickup options? I do, and I've used them in the past. Um, I just am not it depends on what I want. If I was just gonna get stuff that isn't produce, I would be okay, with picking it up. Because yeah, it is absolutely an awesome option. It's one of the benefits, like the good things that COVID gave us, if anything at all, that a lot of grocery stores do have like the curbside service that you can do. They even have like a delivery service I think I could use. I get a little nervous when I have a lot of produce in my orders because I don't know that they're the greatest at picking out what I would pick out. I'm a little picky when it comes to certain things, like certain things I'm less picky. I don't really care, like onions and um like carrots and things like that. I wouldn't be super picky about, but depends on what I'm getting. But that's a good option. I might, depending I because I haven't planned out any of my menu or anything yet either. I need to get better. Last week or the last couple of weeks, I've actually done better about planning out my meals for the week, and it's been good. I haven't done it this weekend. This weekend's kind of felt like a blur, even though I had Friday off. It's weird how that works. When you take a day off, the weekend seems to fly by even quicker. But we'll see. We'll see if I end up making a grocery run at some point today. Won't be on sprints. Well, friends, it is time for another and we are in a perfect time. So, I hope that you guys can get some stuff done, get some reading done, chill out, take care of yourselves. Makes whole things so much more of a chore is doing the planning to make the list. Yes, and go to the store. If someone would plan the meals for me, it would be a lot easier. If all I had to do is go into the kitchen and everything was just already there for me, I would probably cook at home a lot more. I already try and cook at home as much as I can, but, it definitely is more of a burden or not burden, but, like, it's a task for sure. I don't think a lot of people who don't do, like, the meal prepping side of things really understand how much time it takes and how much bandwidth it takes. Meal prepped beef and barley stew yesterday. Oh, my great-grandmother used to make a beef and barley stew, and it was so good. I haven't made it since she passed. That's a comfort meal for sure. Meal prepping, ooh, is it kana or chana masala, and rosemary thyme with peas and rice. Your meals always sound so comforting to Neil. I love it. Well, we're gonna go on an hour sprint, so I will see you guys in an hour. Take care of yourselves. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let me know how you did that sprint. I, let's see, I did my schedule for the Devils, at least for the first week. So we have kind of a plan mapped out of how many pages we're going to read today. And then I got to 51% in Master of Sorrows. Um, so yeah, I really like Master of Sorrows, and I am a little surprised because it's a YA fantasy, which I didn't realize when I started reading it. But I was doing some I don't know, not even digging because I didn't look at any reviews or anything, but I had like the inkling that this book reminds me a little bit of Ascendant, which I read during Battle of Booktubers, and that was a YA. And so I was like, I don't know, is it YA or is it not? So I just went on Goodreads, and it's labeled as a YA fantasy. So I found another one that I like. It's gotten the last couple chapters got a little dark. I wasn't expecting that. So that was kind of fun to be able to see our main character interact with some things that I don't think he was expecting. So that's very fun. I think so. I have one more sprint for today, and I'm trying to decide because I still have a little bit of a headache. So I don't want to do anything like super. Sometimes I clean my house while I'm on sprints, which is nice, but I don't know that I want to do that today. So I think you might just see me sit here and read again in the next sprint. And I'll probably stick with Master of Sorrows just so I can, since it is such a chunky read. And I think I only have it for a few more days on Libby. And so I'm playing a little bit of Libby Chicken. So that's probably what I'll focus on. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. Let's see. I think we had a couple of people join us. Leandra joined us. I hope you're doing well. I hope your editing is going well. And maybe you've recorded for TBR Harvest at this point. If not, I hope the plans are going well. And then we also had Ashley join us. Ashley's reading Service Model, which I'm so excited about. I hope you love it. I love that book. And then we also had Christina join us. Hello, Christina. And yes, this is a good reminder for everyone. Make sure to hydrate and take care of yourselves for sure. Kat finished writing 2 reviews, and you're going to write the third one, maybe a fourth after dinner. Lovely. Going to meet your goal for the day. What are you having for dinner? Let us know. I finished chapter 11 and put lunch in the oven. It's meat and potatoes again. I swear this isn't the only meal I eat and make. Hey, sometimes if you find like a comfort meal or like just a meal that's really easy to make that you enjoy, have at it. No judgment from me. Read another 28 pages, made breakfast, and then did the dishes. Very productive, Jamie. Bagged up laundry, packed away some meal prep, and watched some booktube. I need to watch some booktube as well. Maybe that's what I can do on the next sprint. Maybe I'll read for half the sprint and watch some booktube for half the sprint. That sounds like a plan. Soon Master. I did too. I thought it was, I could have sworn that it was adult. And, you know, Goodreads isn't like the end all be all on the decider of what age range age range books are in. But the reason I think that this one is YA, and I do think that there are parts of it that seem very, or that lean very adult, but the main character is young. My guess would be that he's 14 or 15. Um, if they told me at the beginning of the book, I did not catch it, but just with his interactions and like where he is in life, that's kind of what I think he is, or where I think he's at. And the beginning of the book, we start with him in kind of like a school setting, and you have like the typical like coming of age things that are happening within the storyline, like him, you know, having his first love and having some bullies within the school and things like that. So that's what made me feel like it was YA. But the setting and like some of the things that are happening in the world feel very adult fantasy. And so It's a weird mix, which I think is why I like it. 0 reading done, no worries. I was mapping my transit to meet some friends for a couple of shows at the Fringe Festival this today. That's amazing. Well worth, like, not reading for a little bit to map out your transit. I hope you have so much fun. Chana masala to make, but other chores to do first. Ah, I aspire to be you, Neil, so I can meal prep all day Sunday so I don't have to worry, or I don't have to cook throughout the week. I really need to get better about it. Read a book about Carl Lynn and got to page 176. Lovely. Are you enjoying it? Read 50 pages, talked to my husband through Sunday chores, and I'm to stay in bed and not lift anything. Good. Yes. Take your recovery seriously. Make sure and get some rest. That way you recover quicker. Fed the cat, made some tea, and watched her opening chat. Read a few pages. Sounds like a lovely sprint, Jen. I think I'm sticking with my same book, but I'm getting sleepy, so I might actually get up and move around this time. I understand, especially if I'm reading a book physically. I feel like I almost have to set like an alarm on my phone or something to get up and like move around every once in a while because my body does just like completely relax and I just want to fall asleep. Very much a Sunday thing because we have more time to cook, so it always ends up happening on a sprints day. Yeah, I get that. Like, and I also think that you create habits, right? Things feel comfortable. So I think it makes total sense. Finished The Grief of Stones last week, and I loved it so much. Read the 2 novellas very close together, which worked really well to get the most out of them. I love this. That was my I think that was my favorite. Yeah, that was my favorite of the series. The Grief of Stones was my favorite, but The Tomb of Dragons was really good too. I love all of them. That whole series is just absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that you're enjoying them, Jen, and your beautiful editions of the books. Committed to let my hair air dry, so not recording yet. Interesting that the book is why I remember you wondering if he would age throughout. Yeah. So, and the series isn't finished yet. I think the second book is published and the third book is yet to be published, I think is what we found out. And I don't know if it's only going to be a trilogy or if it's going to be um, a quartet or further than that. So I'm not sure. So far in this book, he hasn't. Like it's not like a long period of time that we're seeing him through. And so, yeah, I do wonder if he's going to get older as we go. For the first time in 300 years, I'm actually caught up on my favorite booktubers. This is so relatable, Ashley. I will probably read The Two of Dragons soon. I really loved all the books in this world. It's so good. I'm glad that you enjoy them, Jen. Poor health is a big motivation. Too tired after work to prepare food most of the time. Yeah, it works for you. Um, that's smart too, to give yourself that like little, I don't know, boon, I guess, like at the end of the workday that you don't have to do more work when you've kind of spent all of your energy throughout the day. So that makes total sense to Neil. Doing it all on weekends takes weekend time, but it's important to make sure I have healthy food for the rest of the week. Yeah, I totally get that. I do think there is something to so it's hard for me to get home from work and want to cook, let alone have time to cook, while also being able to do things like exercise and leisurely things like reading. And so it would really benefit me because I do find that when I do meal prep, I definitely eat healthier throughout the week. Whereas when I don't meal prep, I do lean more into some not as great food choices for me. But I'm glad that you found it that it works for you because it's fantastic. Do you recommend reading The Goblin Emperor first? So, um, I don't think you have to. So if the big book, the largeness of The Goblin Emperor intimidates you, I do think that you can read The Witness for the Dead first. Actually, if Leandra is still on here, she can attest to whether or not she thinks that it's a good first experience because I know that she was reading Witness for the Dead, um, and she hasn't read the Goblin Emperor. So I don't think that it's a necessity. I think that you're not going to have the context for the main characters, and it's not necessary for the storylines that you go through, but you're not going to understand where he came from, and some of his backstory, as far as like some things. I'm trying to think if that actually is revealed in the Goblin Emperor, if that was revealed in the Witness for the Dead. I think it's revealed in the Witness for the Dead, though. So I really don't think that it's necessary to read it. It's definitely a companion series. But I do think you're going to have some contextual clues within the world, like the Easter eggs within the world that come up in the Witness for the Dead, that you get more out of if you've read the Goblin Emperor, but I don't think it's necessary. So if you want to kind of try the world to see if the writing style works for you, I mean, read Witness for the Dead because it's a short little novella, so it's not going to take as much time. So interested in what you were saying about the Angel of Crows in yesterday's video. It's such a different concept. I love it. I think it's so fun. uh, it's such a good story too because I haven't read like a ton of Sherlock Holmes, like the original storylines, and I do know that there's like multiple of the original books represented in this just from reviews that we've looked at. But um I think, I guess I should say my biggest experience with Sherlock Holmes is the Sherlock Holmes series with Benedict Cumberbatch in it, which I really loved. The relationship between Sherlock and Watson in this is so much like the relationship that I see in that show and some of the stories, the original Arthur Conan Doyle short stories that I've read. But it's in such a like gritty urban fantasy setting, and it's just so much fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. You don't have to read Goblin Emperor, but it does provide a grounding in the world. Yep. It has a glossary and character list that helps a lot of the language or makes the language understandable in the follow-ons. Interesting. I didn't think about that because I listened to the Goblin Emperor on audio. And so it does make sense because I will say that's probably the biggest complaint that I hear people talk about Catherine Addison's writing in The Goblin Emperor and the Cemeteries of Amelot, the Witness for the Dead series, is that it's a lot of fantasy language, which I love. I think it's really interesting to see her build a language in this world. It's very fun. What about starting by just making double-sized batches of your weekend meals? And that way you'll get oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. That's a good place to start. And the meal I'm making shepherd's pie boats today. I am actually doing that today, and I didn't even think about it. Because I get, like, the russet potatoes, and essentially, you just cut the russet potato open and make little boats to put your stuffing and stuff in and bake them for a little bit, but I'm making 4 potatoes instead of 2 potatoes, and so it will give me some. That's a good idea, Tennille. I'll have to, like, especially when I create because I haven't done my grocery list yet. I'll have to consider that in like the volume of stuff that I get for the meals. That's a good idea. Goblin Emperor is a fantastic book all on its own. It is. It's absolutely fantastic. I own both. Don't ask. I don't know why I bought them, but I haven't decided how to read them yet. Hey, I don't think owning them is a problem. I think you did a great job in your purchases. I might have to bite the bullet and read the Goblin Emperor first then. Yeah, I do think I think that's a great idea, Tennille. Soft lunch. It's something you can plan, easily size up. Yeah, because I don't have to think about it. Hmm. I think I need to probably do because some of the meals that I make, I think meal prep really well, and then others I don't think warm up as well. So that's another thing to kind of think about. But yeah, like as I plan out my weekend meals, I can totally double them and then give me a little bit throughout the week. I like it. Well, we are going to go into our last sprint. Oh, and my colors are that's from the live show. Oh, whatever. I'll leave it until I start the sprint and I'll go in and change it to green, but I didn't even notice that my name's been that color the entire time. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's smart. I think it's a good thing. So we are gonna go into our last sprint, another hour. It does match Master of Sorrows. I might leave it. It was meant to be. So take care of yourselves, go get some things done, and I will see you guys in an hour. Hello, friends. Welcome back from our last sprint. Let me know how you guys did and if you have any plans for the rest of the day. I know that we lost a few people during that sprint. Ashley was getting ready for the festivities and had to leave, and Lucina also left us to go and have lunch. We gained a Yelena. I hope you're enjoying Wrath. Is this the same Wrath as Faithful and the Fallen? Is it the last book in that series? I hope you're enjoying it. Jamie paid some bills, switched books, read 27 pages in The Muralist, a historical mystery. I hope you're enjoying it, Jamie. Tennille did the dishes, listened to some Silverborn. I need to get back to the Nevermore series. I read the first book and I didn't continue. I need to do that. Read 45 pages, had lunch, just reading and resting today. Same. Yeah, with that sprint, I ended up getting to 58% in Master of Sorrows. I ended up not doing BookTube. My headache got a little bit worse during that sprint, so I ended up taking something for it and just kind of chilled out for a little bit. So I probably could have focused enough to watch some BookTube, but I decided against it. I didn't want to look at a screen essentially, so I just played some cards and hung out for a bit. But I do feel a little bit better now, so hopefully I'm at the tail end of it. I think after we chat, I think I have to record for the podcast today, but I might take a little bit of a break prior to recording and just maybe try and take like a little bit of a nap. We'll see. But I want to continue reading Master of Sorrows today. I need to start my read of the Devils, but we have to record the intro for the podcast first because we always do an intro before we start reading to try and like give you guys our initial reactions, which I am very excited about it. I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good with some of the things I've heard recently. A little bit of doubt has started to creep in, but I'm sure that it will be a good experience regardless. Ended up reading 0 pages. Hey, no worries. I was like, let me watch one BookTube video and ended up watching YouTube the whole sprint. Hey, sometimes we need those sprints. I need those sprints every once in a while. With the big delay for book 4, I was worried, but it's good so far. Also, it ages up with the characters. So there's a murder mystery plot in this one, along with the Nevermore activities. How fun! That's good to know that it ages up. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I probably will have to reread the first one before I move on to the second one because it's been so long. But good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, even with the delay. I need to make a grocery list and go pick up some supplies this afternoon, but mostly plan on relaxing. Wonderful. I need to do that too. I've decided I need to at least make the grocery list today. So I have a list ready for whenever I want to go. I don't know that I'll head to the grocery store today, but I at least need to make my list. Yeah, thanks to Neil. I'm sure that it will. Typically, like if I get to the point where I have to take something, Advil's the only thing that works on my headaches. Because typically when I get a headache, it's the muscles in the back of my neck kind of not spasm, but like they just get real tense, and that's what causes my headaches. And so the anti-inflammatory of Advil is usually the only thing that helps. Sometimes, like obviously I can, if I wait long enough, sometimes it will dissipate. But it had gotten to the point where after I ate lunch, I was starting to feel a bit nauseous because of how my head was feeling. And so I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and take something. I don't take it very often, but I decided to go ahead and do that today. Yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. It happens. It's from The Faithful and the Fallen. I was like, oh no, what does that acronym stand for? Only 3 to 4 chapters in. I'm gonna need more time to get reminded of all the characters. Yes, this is why I love how John Gwynn puts character lists. At least he did. I'm pretty sure it was that series and not the Bloodsworn Saga. But I think in the Faithful and the Fallen series, every book has like a list of characters, and you can kind of go in and read what exactly they did in the previous books. Maybe it was for Bloodsworn Saga. I don't remember, but I'll have to look because I need to get back into that series as well. I know how many characters there are. So I understand you taking your time. Doubt what? I think it's gonna be great. I because of the fact that I'm so hyped for it, and I've heard a couple of people recently that have just been like, I don't know that that's his best work. In my head, I'm like, oh no. And we've had such bad luck with some of our books for the podcast. That's another thing. But I hope that it's amazing. Just finished your book. What an interesting resolution. There was a lot of discussion near the end about what will the other people think if the husband recovers enough to go back to work but doesn't. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look up this book, Jen. It sounds really good, and the fact that it was written so long ago, I find that really impressive, but also like just a, kind of a rare find. How did you find it? How did you find the book? Have you known about it for a while? The main thing I've heard complaints about was the humor in the Devils. Interesting. Good to know. Kind of prepare ourselves. Yeah, thanks for being here, Jamie. I appreciate it. I'm sure. I already feel much better than I did at the beginning of this sprint. So hopefully that will continue. Finished one of my most anticipated reads. I'm reading this next month. The Library at Hellbore. I'm so glad that you loved it. I really want to read it. I was very excited when it came out because I've enjoyed Kissing on the past, but I I'm hesitant because I've read 2. I've read, The Salt Grows Heavy, which I just thought was okay, and then I read, The Dead Take the A Train, which I really liked, but that book was written in conjunction with Richard Kadrey, which I've loved, like, The Pale House Devils by him, and so I have, like, this thought in my head that it might be that I like Richard Kadrey's writing and maybe I don't like Cassandra Claw's writing, but The Library at Hellbore sounds phenomenal. Like a school for like apocalyptic creatures. Sign me up. I'm glad that you loved it. You finished it today. Yay. Also, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your guys' well wishes. It's it's getting a little bit better. So hopefully it will dissipate within the hour. I think those 3 chapters took me 1 hour since I was flipping back and forth the character sheet. Yeah, I get this. Like, and I feel like too, depending on how long you wait between books, it takes you a minute to get, like, reacclimated to what the significance of each of the characters is because there's so many of them. That's honestly one of the reasons I really love that series is because I feel like it's so immersive because you have to like you have to really dig into what each of the like why each of the characters exists in the story. And they most of them do have a purpose, even though there's a ton of them. So hee hee, I need to get back into that. You're making me want to pick it up. It was republished by Persephone Books, which is a British publisher of early mid-century books, mostly by women. Interesting. Also didn't hear the best thing about the Devils. It's very much or I was very meh on the blade itself, so I'm not sure I wanna try the newest one. Now I have heard that they're very different as far as, like I don't know, I haven't read it yet. I'll be able to tell you more once I get into the Devils to see if I feel like people who love who or hate the blade itself would like the Devils, how similar they are. So, I really enjoyed the blade itself, but I get that it's not for everybody for sure. I skipped a comment. The author is American. She was very influential in bringing Montessori education. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I know the word, but and was on the original Book of the Month board in the 20s. Ah, that's amazing. It sounds like a really good book. I was thinking if You're gonna like it. I think I think you are, since you liked the co-authored book that I heard was very gory. I think it's a great blend of her flowery writing and the salt grows heavy and gore. Ooh, yes, I'm excited. Yeah, I do always for The Dead Take the A Train. I did really like that book, but I am hesitant to recommend it to the masses because of the fact that it is very gory and a lot of body gore, but it's very fun. I'm excited. I think the library at Hellbore is going to be great. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. There's some intense emotional truths in the book, but the writing is fairly simplistic. Most of the character work is pretty basic. I think it sounds fantastic, Jen. What a great find. I love it. I love it when we find books like that. I'm gonna have to go up and search for the title again because I'll put it on my Goodreads. Oh, I think I missed this. I just think he doesn't have a good plot, and magic is very limited for my taste. Not sure he's an author for me. Yeah, I can see that with especially with the Blade itself. I really enjoyed the Blade itself for the characters, um, but I know that a lot of the criticisms I've heard for the Blade itself is that it seemed very meandering. But yeah, I it's there's the magic system. Actually, I don't even remember what the magic system was in the Blade itself. Oh, I guess there's like, well, I don't want to say anything just in case nobody has read it, but or somebody hasn't read it, but there's more like I don't even want to say fantastical creatures, but like I understand there was one particular group of people who were fantastical. That's all I'll say. I don't want to give anything away. Characters are the best for sure, but everything else was very meh for me. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, thanks for being here, Jen. I always enjoy Sunday mornings. I enjoy Sunday mornings with you guys as well. It's very fun to kind of get the gang back together, have some cozy Sunday mornings with you guys. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope everyone has a good rest of the day as well. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. It's been good. It's been a relaxing morning, even if, I did have a headache or have a headache, but it's been good to just kind of sit and chill and chat with you guys. So I hope that the rest of your weekend, however much of it you have left, you guys get to enjoy, take care of yourselves, get some things done, but also remember to relax. I have my September TBR coming out on Tuesday if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, I'll be around the Bookiverse somewhere. So I hope you guys have a good week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.